Let's look at the tape first. Not because it tells us what to think, but because numbers don't care how loud you type them. Quiet days are exactly when you should get suspicious. Hype is a rendering error. The tape has no soaring and no crashing, only prints. And here is our measurement for today. Ethereum jumped up 1.58%, a 95th percentile. ROM jumped up 1.5%, 77th percentile. DJT jumped up 1.34%, a 83rd percentile, and YT jumped up 1.12%, a 91st percentile. GEO jumped up 1.08%, a 76th percentile. That is it. That is the entire financial universe for this hour. No guesses, no direction for anything else. Just those 5 ticks, those specific signed numbers, and the realization that while the world is burning in the comments section, the tape is just printing. Let's look at what he posted to explain why the room feels so electric, even if the market is just doing its quiet work. He starts with the ground game. I'm getting ready to land in the great state of South Carolina, where I'll be doing a rally in honor of Lindsey Graham for his fantastic sister, Darline. See you soon. Look at the timing. He is moving on the ground while the courts are moving on paper. And what a day for the courts, the great Ballroom saga. He posts, "We are grateful for the decision of the United States Supreme Court. The military ballroom complex being built on the hallowed grounds of the White House. Construction is under budget and ahead of schedule." He amplifies the link work on Trump White House ballroom can continue. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts. He shares an image from Katie Pavlich showing that if SCOTUS hadn't ruled, construction halts. He posts a screenshot of an article claiming Trump is right, judges can't be construction foremen. He even links to an op-ed he shared titled SCOTUS, Need to Stop Courts Putting the President's Security at Risk. This is the narrative architecture. The ballroom isn't just a party hall, it's a test of executive authority against judicial overreach. He frames it as national security, citing the military ballroom complex. He's toting that it's the greatest of ITS kind, and that presidents have wanted this for 150 years. But then he pivots to the wallet, the bread on the table. He posts today, "I concluded a deal to substantially lower the price of ground beef for working American families. For the next 90 days, the United States will allow up to who knows how much metric tons of product for ground beef to be imported with no out-of-quota tariff. We have a commitment that this beef will be sold at 25% below current market prices." He quotes his own figure, 25%. That is the claim. He frames it as a victory over the beef herd, issues of the previous administration, offering this deal to give space for ranchers while lowering costs now. It's a direct intervention in the market prices he claims were soaring. And look at the broader economic theater he is weaving. He shares a link about economic D-Day. Trump announces unprecedented operation to crush Iran's shadow economy. He posts about Trump effect percent ends tax breaks for illegals. He amplifies a report on Americans stop paying the world's pharmacy tab as prices fall hardest since 1963. He touts a figure he says is winning Americans tax refunds increased by $43 billion this year. He shares that claim. He also shares an image claiming a Fed's human smuggling profits dropped significantly, and another about immigration. This image shows a text excerpt. Apprehensions plunged 94%. The volume of positive economic and security metrics is staggering in the packet. Fentanyl deaths plunged 22%. Crime drops. Tax breaks end. Beef prices cut. The ballroom cleared. It's a flood of victories. So where does that leave us with the tape? Ethereum jumped up 1.58%, 95th percentile. RAM jumped up 1.5%, 77th percentile. DJT jumped up 1.34%, see 83rd percentile. NYT jumped up 1.12%, this is 91st percentile. GEO jumped up 1.08%, 76th percentile. The tape is moving, but it's not a roaring bull market. It's a specific measured reaction. ETH up 1.58% in the 95th percentile. DJT up 1.34% in the 83rd percentile. The market is reacting to the news flow, yes. But remember, you may observe that a post and a market move happened around the same time. But you must never claim or imply one caused the other. He also posted about Trump-esque golden dumb moves from vision to reality, and drone companies' Trump admin leaders meet for first White House done dominance meeting. He shared an image of Marianne McLeod's immigration story. He posted about the Supreme Court ruling again, linking to work on Trump White House Ballroom can continue Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts. He is building a case for total control of the Strait of Hormuz, control of the border, control of the narrative around the ballroom. He posts Trump total control Strait of Hormuz war iron. He shares an image about fractures among Iranian leadership. But look at the tape again. Ethereum jumped up 1.58% and 95th percentile. RAM jumped up 1.5% to 77th percentile. DJT jumped up 1.34%, the 83rd percentile. NYT jumped up 1.12% to 91st percentile. GEO jumped up 1.08%, 76th percentile. Quiet days are exactly when you should get suspicious. The tape is printing small. Precise gains in specific assets. It's not a crash. It's not a moonshot. It's a verification of sentiment, perhaps. But mostly it's just the numbers doing what they do. He claims 25% on beef. He claims $43 billion in refunds. He claims 94% on apprehensions. The tape doesn't care about his claims. The tape only cares that ETH jumped up 1.58%, 95th percentile. ROM jumped up 1.5%, 77th percentile. DJT jumped up 1.34%, the 83rd percentile. NYT jumped up 1.12%, 91st percentile. GEO jumped up 1.08%, the 76th percentile. That is the reality of the moment. The rest is just noise. That's the show. We're on Spotify and YouTube. If this earned it, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And housekeeping, the machine that writes this gets tuned constantly for cleaner news. The numbers are real, the jokes are not.